When destiny chooses you, it does not arrive with a manual or a neatly written step-by-step instruction booklet. It does not knock on your door carrying scrolls of explanation or maps clearly outlining every stage of your life's journey. Instead, it comes softly, like whispers that brush against the corners of your heart, like clues carefully scattered through the ordinary moments of your days, like flashes of recognition that stir your soul in ways you cannot explain. These whispers refuse to be ignored. They return again and again, haunting your spirit with a quiet urgency, reminding you that you are not here for an ordinary existence. While many people dismiss such experiences as coincidences, as mere random accidents of life, you know deep inside that nothing is random, that everything you encounter is part of a greater orchestration, a divine rhythm guiding your every step. And in this unfolding journey, there are 9 profound signs, 9 unmistakable signals that reveal you are a chosen one, a soul marked, set apart, destined for a purpose beyond the ordinary rhythm of existence. First, you are not fake. You are incapable of pretending to be someone you are not. In a world where so many wear masks, smiling outwardly while hiding their truth inside, you are different. The very thought of bending your spirit to please others feels poisonous to you. It is not stubbornness, but sacred integrity. When you find yourself in situations filled with gossip, with cruelty, with people obsessed only with material things, you instinctively pull away, not out of arrogance, but because your very soul rejects falseness. You were born with an inner compass that points unerringly toward authenticity. It is like carrying a sacred radar within you, one that detects insincerity before a single word is spoken. At times, this radar isolates you. You find it difficult to stay in places where pretense thrives, and so you step aside, sometimes feeling alone, sometimes misunderstood. Yet this ability is not a burden, it is your shield. For the chosen cannot walk the path of lies. Truth is the bedrock upon which every divine mission is built. Without authenticity, there is no purpose. Without truth, there is no foundation. And you, though the world may tempt you with masks, were born to walk unmasked. Second, you carry a hunger for more than routine. While others may find comfort in schedules, safe jobs, and predictable paths that society praises, you feel suffocated by repetition. To you, routine feels like a cage made of invisible bars, a slow death of the spirit. Your soul whispers constantly that life is vaster than this. You look around at the world and sense that hidden behind the surface of the ordinary is something infinite, something waiting to be discovered. Like Robert Frost's Traveller, you stand at the fork in the road and choose the path less taken. Not because it is easy, not because it guarantees comfort, but because deep inside you know your destiny will never be found on the paved highways where everyone else travels. This hunger is not a flaw, though at times it may feel like restlessness, dissatisfaction, or longing that never sleeps. It is, in truth, your compass. It points you toward the extraordinary, guiding you away from conformity into the wilderness of discovery. Where others see danger, you see opportunity. Where others cling to safety, you are called to leap into the unknown. This thirst for more is the very fire that lights your path to greatness. Third, your life has been woven with trials, battles, and difficulties that could have broken many, yet they shaped you into steel. The chosen ones are not spared pain. In fact, they are handed more of it, not as punishment, but as preparation. Every heartbreak carved depth into your soul. Every betrayal taught you discernment. Every loss stripped you of illusion and clothed you in wisdom. You have walked through nights of despair where hope felt like a distant star, and yet you emerge with a light that shines brighter because of the darkness you endured. You cried, "Why me? Why so much suffering? Why this burden?" And the answer has always been the same, because you are strong enough to carry it. Because you were meant not just to endure but to transform. Your struggles were not meaningless. They were a sacred training ground. They refined you like fire refines gold. They taught you empathy, so you could look into the eyes of the broken and say, "I understand." They gave you authority, for no one can lead others through storms unless they themselves have faced thunder and lightning. What once felt like wounds have now become the very places where your light shines through. Fourth, relentless questioning has followed you since childhood. While others accept what they are told, you could not. You wanted to know more. You wanted to peel back the layers of reality and ask the questions others were too afraid to ask. You challenged traditions. You looked at rules and wondered who wrote them and whether they were true. While others built their lives upon assumptions, you searched for meaning beneath meaning. Something in you has always known that shallow explanations could never contain the immensity of truth, and so you search, not only outwardly, reading books, listening to teachers, gathering wisdom, but also inwardly, listening to the cathedral of your own soul. There, in the silence, you hear echoes of eternity. Like Socrates, you know the unexamined life is not worth living, and so you examine, wrestle, reflect, meditate. This relentless search does not make you doubtful. It makes you alive. For truth is not something you stumble upon once. It is a lifelong pilgrimage, and you walk that road with courage. Fifth, you feel different, out of place, even among those who share your blood. You love them, but you cannot fully belong to them. You march to a rhythm they cannot hear. You hold visions they cannot see. At times, this alienation wounds you. It makes you wonder if you were born into the wrong family, the wrong time, perhaps even the wrong world. But difference is not a curse. It is the seal of your destiny. The chosen ones never fully belong because they were never meant to. Belonging to the crowd would mean abandoning the uniqueness that makes you a vessel of transformation. Your otherness is your mark. It is proof that you are here to bring something new, to open doors that have been closed, to see paths where no one else dared to walk. You are the pioneer, and though at times you feel lonely, know that this loneliness is simply the price of carrying a vision others cannot yet comprehend. Sixth, your kindness persists even after betrayal, exploitation, and wounds. Though people have taken advantage of your giving nature, though they have mistaken your compassion for weakness, you continue to love. You continue to help. You continue to give. Not because you are blind, not because you are naive, but because compassion is written into your being. It is your essence, your DNA, your sacred calling. Sometimes your generosity empties you, leaves you weary, but it also fills you with profound purpose. Each act of giving is an act of alignment with your destiny. Every time you choose kindness over bitterness, you declare who you are. In a world hardened by cynicism, your softness is a revolution. In a culture that worships selfishness, your willingness to give is a prophetic act. And though people may mock it, exploit it, or misunderstand it, know this. Your kindness is the very evidence that you are chosen, for light cannot help but shine. Seventh, deep in your gut burns a fire that whispers again and again, you are here for more. It calls to you in sleepless nights. It pulls at your soul when you try to settle for less. Logic cannot silence it. Distraction cannot drown it. This knowing feels ancient, as though carried across lifetimes. It explains why you often feel like an old soul. why earth sometimes feels strange to you, why cruelty and hate appear absurd. Deep within, you carry a memory of another home, another world where love reigned, where unity was natural, where light was your language. You ache for it. You long for it. And yet, even as you long for that place, you are also compelled to remain here. For you did not come to escape the brokenness of this world. You came to heal it. You came to carry a fragment of that higher home into this one, to remind humanity of what it has forgotten. Eighth, you have learned that rejection is often the shadow that follows the chosen. Sometimes people dislike you for no reason. It is not because you harmed them. It is not because you failed them. It is because your very presence unsettles them. Your authenticity exposes their masks. Your goodness reveals their shadows. Your light disrupts their darkness. And instead of embracing you, they resist, criticize, or push you away. But rejection is not your enemy. It is confirmation. It is proof that you carry something powerful, something that disturbs the comfort of the world's illusions. The chosen ones are not called to be universally loved. They are called to shine, even when that light provokes discomfort. Your task is not to shrink, not to dim, not to apologize. Your task is to blaze, to keep burning, to keep shining even brighter. For your light is not about you. It is about the world that desperately needs what you carry. Ninth, perhaps the clearest sign is your deep faith that something greater guides you. Though the world may worship chance and coincidence, you have seen too many signs, too many synchronicities, too many moments of divine orchestration to believe in mere randomness. You know you are not walking alone. You sense it in your bones, that God, Spirit, the universe, the unseen hand of destiny walks with you. And though there are times you feel alone, heaven itself has invested in your mission. You are a light worker, a bearer of illumination, a servant of love, a vessel of higher purpose. Protection surrounds you. Guidance whispers to you. And though the road may be narrow, you are never truly alone. And when you put all these signs together, authenticity, hunger, struggle, truth, difference, kindness, intuition, rejection, and faith, you see not a random collection of traits, but a constellation, a sacred pattern declaring you are chosen. The burden may be heavy, and the path may be narrow, but it is luminous. For you are not here to simply exist. You are here to transform, to awaken, to inspire. Your life is not just a life. It is a calling fulfilled, a story written by the very hand of destiny itself.